Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Diriye Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhakta Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtike. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. Text number 29 onwards. Shri Naraduvacha iti ukta lok guruna tam pranamya divokasaha nyavartanta gato dvega menire chasuram hatam. The great saint Narad Muni continued, when the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the spiritual master of everyone, thus reassured all the demigods living in the heavenly planets, they offered their respectful obeisances unto him and returned, confident that the demon Hiranyakashipu was now practically dead. The less intelligent men who are always busy worshipping the demigods should note that when the demigods are harassed by the demons, they approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead for relief. Since the demigods resort to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, why should the worshippers of the demigods not approach the Supreme Lord for whatever benefits they desire? So, point to think that demigods, when they are in trouble, they go to Supreme Lord. So, when we are in trouble, why should we go to demigod? Why shouldn't we go to the Supreme Lord directly? And Prabhupada again quotes the words from Bhagavatam, Akama sarva kamava. Whatever one desires, everything or nothing, or whether he desires to merge into the existence of the Lord. He is intelligent only if he worships Lord Krishna, the personality of Supreme Personality of Godhead, by rendering transcendental loving service. Whether one is a karmi, jnani, or yogi, if one wants a particular benediction fulfilled, even if it be material, one should approach the Supreme Lord and pray to him, for then it will be fulfilled. There is no need to approach any demigod separately for the fulfillment of any desire. So the Supreme Lord reassured them, yes, very soon this demon Hiranyakashipu will be killed when he when he teases or when he commits offenses against his own son, Prahlad Maharaj. तस्य दैत्यपतेः पुत्राश्चत्वारः परमाद्भुताः प्रहादो अभून् महास्तेषां गुणैर्महदुपासकः. Hiranyakashipu had 4 wonderful, well-qualified sons, of whom the one named Prahlad was the best. Indeed, Prahlad was a reservoir of all transcendental qualities because he was an unalloyed devotee of the personality of Godhead. So he had all the qualities because he was a devotee. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. In one who has unflinching devotional faith in Krishna, all the good qualities of Krishna and the demigods are consistently manifest. Prahlad Maharaj is praised herein for having all good qualities because of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, a pure devotee who has no motives has all good qualities, material and spiritual. If one is spiritually advanced, being a staunch, liberal devotee of the Lord, all good qualities are manifest in his body. On the other hand, harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. If one is not a devotee, even if he has some materially good qualities, they have no value. That is a verdict of the Vedas. So many times this question comes up, okay, so and so is a devotee, but he doesn't have any good qualities. So which is better, a karmi with good qualities or a devotee with no good qualities? Well, according to Vedas, according to the scriptures, a devotee is better because even if he doesn't have good qualities right now that we see, very soon he will develop. The one good quality a devotee has is he is performing devotional service. Now, the devotional service he is performing may not be of a very good caliber. Maybe he is just neophyte bhakta, neophyte devotee, but still, sooner or later, he will have all the good qualities manifest. Of course, on the other hand, if karmis have good qualities, that means they are in the mode of goodness, and sooner or later they will come in contact with devotees and they will take up devotion service. but we cannot assume or we cannot expect that every person who has taken up devotion service, that all of a sudden he will have all the good qualities mentioned in all the scriptures. It's just not practical. Everybody has his own set of sanskaras that he is carrying from previous lives, has his own characteristics, has his own way of performing devotion service. Harinam is same, Krishna is same, but how we approach Harinam, how we approach Krishna, with what kind of determination, sincerity, surrender, that depends. That makes the good qualities appear in us. And everybody is at a different platform. Because from previous lifetimes, I don't know, everybody has his own progress made in the previous lifetimes. So everybody is different. Only thing that we can look at, okay, this person is performing devotional service, that's it. Rest is between him and Krishna. And now look at the qualities of Prahlad Maharaj that are explained in the next verses. Brahmanya Shila Sampanna Satya Sandho Jitendriya Atmavat Sarva Bhutanam Ekpriya Suhrittama Dasavatsannataryangri Pitrivad Dinavatsala Bhratri Vatsudrishe Snigdho Gurushva Ishwara Bhavana Vidyartha Rupa Janmadyo Manastambha Vivarjita. The qualities of Maharaj Prahlad, the son of Hiranyakashipu, are described herewith. And remember, he was only 5 years old. He was completely cultured as a qualified Brahman. He was son of an Asura, not just a simple unknown Asura, the terrorist of the whole universe, the leader. And Prahlad Maharaj, qualified Brahman, having very good character and being determined to understand the absolute truth. He had full control of his senses and mind. Like the super soul, he was kind to every living entity and was the best friend of everyone. To respectable persons, he acted exactly like a menial servant. To the poor, he was like a father. To his equals, he was attached like a sympathetic brother, and he considered his teachers, spiritual masters, and older God brothers to be as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was completely free from unnatural pride that might have arisen from his good education, riches, beauty, aristocracy, and so on. Wow. And he's a son of the king of the whole universe. And he had all these qualities. He was completely free from unnatural pride. These are some of the qualifications of a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava is automatically a Brahman because a Vaishnava has all the good qualities of a Brahman. Samo damash tapashocham shantir arjavam nevacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavacha. Peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, knowledge, and religiousness. These are the qualities by which the Brahmins work. These qualities are manifest in the body of a Vaishnava. Therefore, a perfect Vaishnava is also a perfect Brahman, as indicated here by the words, Brahmanya Shila Sampanna. A Vaishnava is always determined to understand the absolute truth. And to understand the absolute truth, one needs to have full control over his senses and mind. Prahlad Maharaj possessed all these qualities. A Vaishnava is always a well-wisher to everyone. The six Goswamis, for example, are described in this way. Dhira, dhira, jana, priya, priya, takaro. They were popular with both the gentle and the ruffians. A Vaishnava must be equal to everyone, regardless of one's position. Atmavat, a Vaishnava should be like Paramatma. Ishvara samabhuta nam hrisdeshit arjun tishtati. Paramatma does not hate anyone. Indeed, he is in the heart of a Brahman, but he is also even in the heart of a pig. As a moon never refuses to distribute its pleasing rays, even to the home of a Chandan, a Vaishnava never refuses to act for everyone's welfare. Therefore, a Vaishnava is always obedient to the spiritual master, Arya. The word Arya refers to one who is advanced in knowledge. One who is deficient in knowledge cannot be called Arya. At the present, however, the word Arya is used to refer to those who are godless. This is the unfortunate situation of Kali Yuga. So many qualities, and Prabhupada says, these are the qualities of a Brahman. A Vaishnava automatically has all the qualities of a Brahman plus more. A Brahman is one who knows the absolute truth. A Vaishnava is one who serves the absolute truth with love and devotion. And so many qualities. He treated everybody equally, just like Paramatma. Of course, he is not Paramatma. Prahlad Maharaj is not Paramatma. But it was just to give an example. So he was kind to everyone, his best friend of everyone. The word guru refers to the spiritual master who initiates his disciple into advancement in the science of Krishna or Krishna consciousness, as stated by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So anyway, guru is a broad topic. The Path Pradarshak Guru, the Shishya Guru, Shiksha Guru, Shiksha Guru, and then Diksha Guru. So many gurus. But Prahlad Maharaj, as it is mentioned here, always obedient to his guru. More qualities are mentioned. Na udvigna chitto vyasaneshu nispriha shuteshu drishteshu guneshu vastudrik dantendriya prana sharirati sada prashanta kamo rahita suro asuraha. Although Prahlad Maharaj was born in a family of Asuras, he himself was not an Asura, but a great devotee of Lord Vishnu. Unlike the other Asuras, he was never envious of Vaishnavas. He was not agitated when put into danger, and he was neither directly nor indirectly interested in the fruitive activities described in the Vedas. Indeed, he considered everything material to be useless, and therefore he was completely devoid of material desires. He always controlled his senses and life airs, and being of steady intelligence and determination, he subdued all lusty desires. So no material desires, considered everything material to be useless, always controlled his senses and prana, life air, being of steady intelligence, determination, subdued all his lusty desires. Wow. From this verse, we discover that a man is not qualified or disqualified simply by birth. Prahlad Maharaj was an Asura by birth, yet he possessed all the qualities of a perfect Brahman. Brahmanya Shila Sampanna. Anyone can become a fully qualified Brahman under the direction of a spiritual master. Prahlad Maharaj provided a vivid example of how to think of the spiritual master and accept his directions calmly. Yasmin mahadguna rajan griyante kavibhir muhurte na te adhuna vidhiyante yatha bhagavati ishvare. O King, Prahlad Maharaj's good qualities are still glorified by learned saints and Vaishnavas. As all good qualities are always found existing in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they also exist forever in his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj. From authoritative scriptures, it is learned that Prahlad Maharaj still lives in Vaikuntha Loka as well as within this material world on the planet Sutal. Now you may ask, how come he is on the Sutal Loka? So this will, as we know, Bali Maharaj and Vamandev pastime. So when Bali Maharaj was tied up by Vamandev, and because he could not fulfill the conditions of 3 paces of land, so Vamandev Bali Maharaj asked Vamandev to put his 3rd foot on his head so that he can surrender. But then Vamandev had to give him some benediction. So Shukracharya had told Bali Maharaj, because he was a guru of Bali Maharaj, that by giving everything to this Brahman, you are disobeying my orders, and then I curse you that you'll go to lower planets. So Vamandev, keeping in line with the curse of Shukracharya, he sent Bali Maharaj to Sutal Loka. And he himself became a doorkeeper of Sutal Loka at the request of Bali Maharaj. And then, because Prahlad Maharaj also came over there, because Bali Maharaj is grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. So Prahlad Maharaj also came there, and when he heard that Vamandev is going to live there, is going to be there at Sutal Loka, he said, okay, I also want to live in Sutal Loka, along with my grandson. So he is always also there on Sutal Loka. This transcendental quality of existing simultaneously in different places is another qualification of the Supreme Personality of God. Golokeva nivasati akilatma bhuta. The Lord appears in the core of everyone's heart, yet he exists on his own planet, Golok Vrindavan. A devotee acquires qualities almost the same as those of the Lord because of unalloyed devotional service. Ordinary human beings cannot be so qualified, but a devotee can be qualified like the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not in full but partiality, and because of the mercy of the Supreme Lord. And it is also said that suppose a devotee of Lord Jagannath or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, now when they go back home, back to Godhead, so suppose a devotee of Lord Jagannath, but he also goes to Golok Vrindavan. So he will simultaneously be in both the places, in Radha Krishna Leela and in Jagannath Leela. So similarly, if one goes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, of course, Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna, but he has his own special pastimes in Golok Vrindavan. He has his own set of devotees and his pastimes are different. So a devotee can simultaneously be in Krishna, Radha Krishna pastimes and in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So we're going to say, so is the soul going to get divided? No. Soul going to get multiplied actually by the mercy of the Lord, so that the devotee can relish or can serve in both the pastimes. That is a mood to serve. Yam sadhu gatha sadasi sipavo api suranrika pratimanam prakurvanti kim utanye bhavadrisha. In any assembly where there are discourses about saints and devotees, O King Yudhishthira, Even the enemies of the demons, namely the demigods, what to speak of you, would cite Prahlad Maharaj as an example of a great devotee. So this qualities of Prahlad Maharaj and the kind of tortures he would tolerate and still have full faith with full determination. He would carry on with his devotional service of chanting the holy names. It's so great that even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri, when he would go and listen to Srimad Bhagavatam from Gadadhar Pandit at Chota Gopinath, only two stories he would like to hear: Dhruv Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. That's all they would. Gadadhar Pandit would recite and Mahaprabhu would hear, and they both would cry the tears of love, and so much so that with those tears, the ink on those palm leaves, they just get smudged over. Listening to the stories of Dhruv Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. Gunaralam Sankhyer Mahatmyam Tasya Suchyate Vasudeve Bhagavati Yasya Nasargiki Ratihi. Who could list the innumerable transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj? He had unflinching faith in Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, and unalloyed devotion to him. His attachment to Lord Krishna was natural because of his previous devotional service. Although his good qualities cannot be enumerated, they prove that he was a great soul, Mahatma. In his prayers to the 10 incarnations, Jayadev Goswami says, Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare. Prahlad Maharaj was a devotee of Lord Narasimha, who is Keshav, Krishna himself. Therefore, when this verse says Vasudeva Bhagavati, one should understand that Prahlad Maharaj's attachment for Narasimhadev was attachment for Krishna, Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva. Prahlad Maharaj, therefore, is described as a great Mahatma, as Lord himself confirms in Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam Janmanam Mante. After many, many births and deaths, he was actually in knowledge, surrender unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare. A great devotee of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, is a great soul, very rarely to be found. Prahlad Maharaj's attachment for Krishna will be explained in the next verse. Krishna Griha Grihitatma. Prahlad Maharaj's heart was always filled with thoughts of Krishna. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is the ideal devotee in Krishna consciousness. Of course, that too, at such a young age of 5 years old. Of course, there is a story of Prahlad Maharaj of his previous life. And it's a funny story, actually. In his previous life, he was either he was a young prince or he was just a young boy and who was in love with a girl. And they both were in the forest. And for some reason, there was some argument between two. And it's been happening since time immemorial, since the beginning of creation. This young boy and young girl, boyfriend, girlfriend, they'll always fight. Anyway, so some argument happened and the girl got upset with Prahlad Maharaj. Oh, whoever, what was his name in the previous lifetime. So Prahlad, he got so heartbroken. So it's been happening since beginning of time, heartbreaking and this and that. So he got so heartbroken, he went to a place in the jungle and it happened to be a temple of Lord Narasimhadev. And he just sat there whole day without eating anything, without drinking anything. Of course, he sat there thinking of his girlfriend, but it happened to be the temple of Lord Narasimhadev. And it happened to be Narsimha Chaturdashi. So he fasted unknowingly on Narsimha Chaturdashi, even from food or water, anything. And it is said that that's why he became such a great devotee of Lord Narasimhadev next life. That's all I know. I don't know much, any other details about that story. But this is the mercy of the Lord, that He even accepts unknown austerities on his special days. So anyway, we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Narasimhadev appearance was in which yuga?
Satyuga, because see, Hiranyakashipu performed austerities for 36,000 years. So it is only possible if he lived for 100,000 years at least.
And Prabhuji, just you said about the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj, like in the previous life, he, I think, offered his obeisance to Lord Narasimhadev, but Narasimhadev appeared afterwards.
No. See, Lord is eternal. His pastimes are eternal. It's not like before his appearance, nobody knew about it. No, everything goes in a cycle here.
Right. Yeah.
This is not the first time he's appearing. No.
Every cycle, yes.
Yeah. Every Satyuga he appears.
Or it could be like Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna's temple. No, specific not.
No, it was Narasimhadev's temple. That's what that story in the Purana says.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So, Prabhuji, one question is there.
Mm-hmm.
Prabhuji, so what happens after Prahlad Maharaj performed the austerities and Narasimhadev got pleased?
Prahlad Maharaj in the previous life.
In the previous life.
I don't know what happened. That's what I say. I just know this much story. That's it.
Okay. All right, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
You're welcome. The point is, we should perform devotional service and do it nicely. That's all. Okay, so we can stop here. You all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Jai
Krishna,
Srila
Prabhuji.